As part of our Work in Progress series with LinkedIn, we're taking a look at why the professional networking site says fall is the best time to find a job. I think it's fall right now. A new survey commissioned by LinkedIn found October has the highest number of job openings on its website. 89% of hiring managers fill those spots in less than 4 weeks, with a national unemployment rate at 50-year low. Now could be the perfect time to land your dream job. LinkedIn editor-in-chief, that's Dan Roth, is here with some tips on how to do that. You actually said that this is a good time to be looking for a job, and what's the best day to apply for a job?
Mondays, more job listings. Yeah, tomorrow. No, Monday.
No, on Monday in 2 days. Okay.
Exactly.
Why?
That I think a lot of hiring managers spend the week getting their job descriptions ready. Monday, you start the week off, put your job description up, and wait for the resumes to start coming in.
And you found that it's really good to be first in line.
It is. It is helpful to be first in line, but it is not the end-all, be-all. The real key is making sure that you are out there with your profile, that you're sharing, that you're talking about what you're an expert in,
right.
You've got your skills listed, that you are networking with people. You want to make sure that you are actually out in the market so that if you were if you're a hiring manager, they'll look for passive job candidates and people who are just applying.
But didn't you find that if you're one of the first 25 applicants to apply to a job, you're 3 times more likely to land it?
I think that for you shows a lot of excitement if you're a hiring manager. Yes. Like, oh, these people they clearly want to get in the door, and also if you're hiring, you're like, I got to fill this. By the time you list a job, you want that job filled right away. By the time you list it, you're like, I got to. You wish you had done it months before.
Yeah.
So now you want to fill it. Yeah.
You definitely want to focus on your skills in a resume. That's obvious. But you say demonstrate those skills to the extent possible. How do you break through on a piece of paper to demonstrate skills that are happening in an office, probably?
Well, if you were just relying on a piece of paper, you're doing it wrong. The most important thing is be out there. You want to share your expertise, constantly talk about what you know, ask questions, share stories that are interesting to you. You want to demonstrate. Your profile is just an image of where you've worked. It's just like your skeleton. But you want to put meat on that. You want to explain how you think. If you're hiring, you want to make sure you're hiring someone who doesn't just have hasn't just done all the check boxes.
Yes.
Exactly. But that they think right, that they're smart, that they're asking the right questions.
I always say, Dan, you've got to figure out a way to get a face-to-face interview. Because I used to say, if I could just get my face in the door,
that's right.
I will do whatever it takes to knock it out of the park. But you also said that you don't think companies are doing enough to attract people.
Yeah, a lot of companies are still trapped in this kind of post-recession mindset, where they think they are going to hire exactly the right person.
They're looking for unicorns.
They're looking for unicorns. You got to stop looking for unicorns. They still look at big gaps in employment and say, this person, I don't know what they were doing, or someone had a lot of jobs. We don't want job hoppers. But in a tight labor market, when we are at a 50-year low in unemployment, you have to be thinking much more expansively about who can fill these kind of jobs. Be willing to take risks, be willing to train people. You want to get in unorthodox candidates, and the smart companies are starting to do that.
But if you're one of those people, if so many people now applying, they have to, you apply online.
Yeah.
So your resume is up front, and Gayle talks about trying to get that interview, but it's hard to get.
Yeah.
How do you stand out in that?
Well, a couple things. You want to make sure that your skills are listed. A lot of companies now, they're not just looking at where you've worked, they're looking at, do you have the right skills for this job? So take skill assessments, take courses, make sure you're listing those on your profile. But also, really, you have to write, share, talk, shoot videos. You have to be out there.
Shoot videos.
Yeah, you want to be, on your phone saying, oh, I'm at a conference here, I'm at this conference, and I met these people, and here's what I know.
You think companies are getting more creative?
Absolutely. Well, we know that recruiters are being asked to take creative writing classes to write better job descriptions to attract people, but also you just have to be able to show that you know how to talk. The biggest the biggest skill that's in demand for companies right now is communication skills. Yeah. If you can show that you can communicate, you have a better chance.
Yeah. Bartenders are doing okay?
Yeah.
They don't mean communication by emoji either.
Yeah.
Right? They're talking about the old-fashioned face-to-face.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Dan, thank you very much. We appreciate it.